Forgot to unmute my mic. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mask, the statue's counterpart, which will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. Come on. Gravity has been restored. I think. Yeah. Ash Twin Project Stone. I've installed the mask inside the Ash Twin Project blocks. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. Comforting to know the statues will not pair until the project succeeds. Otherwise, I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds, as a safety measure. However, the statues will also activate in the events of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Ash Twin Project Stone. Placed in here. Is this going to show me Ash Twin Project? So those are the masks. So laggy. Aha. Aha. there. Another tidal wave to come through. Oh god. My ship, get into the ship. Get to the ship. Oh god. I'm screwed. Okay. No. Aw, man. Aw, man. Okay, so Statue Island. Workshop. No, my statues were designed to pair with a single user, record their memories, and send those memories to a storage unit within the Ash project. Each storage unit inside the Ash Twin project was equipped with a mask. The statue's counterpart, which could then send those stored memories back to the corresponding user. Statues were designed only to activate once the Ash Twin project succeeded, or in the event that it failed. I'm guessing it failed? Ash Twin project. Central chamber inside Ash Twin was physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. Every memory recorded by Nomai statue is transmitted to a corresponding storage unit within the Ash Twin. Protective shell designed to physically seal out the central chamber inside Ash Twin. The shell was finished, the Nomai checked to ensure there were no longer any physical entrances or cracks. tell Jiburo about the secret entrance or something. Help me out here. Found something. Reach inside the statue island. Nomai created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomai doing that. Not sure what for. Seems like their sort of thing. I think the statues are recording our memories then? I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. That must be my memory friend. The cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop. Real? Figure out why? Much power. In the ocean depths. There's something to explore too, so if I can't figure it out this time. Oh. What? know if I read this one. Annoyed. Baz and I were lifting orbital probe cam and components into orbital for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Conrad should have seen it. Thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current. Earth strength sank straight to the core. Okay, so this tells me that this is where we can get below the current. Slava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? We get some cannon parts through the current. My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Fire constructed a model of giant steep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory. It reveals how an object might sink below the current. Conrad, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted. Beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's Gravity Canyon, and one at the top of Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Okay. Serves me more answers. So Brittle Hollow's connected to shit, apparently. Might need to go to Brittle Hollow Observatory. What's up, Lucas? Lucas says hi. What's up, dude? Welcome in. How are ya? Got to add a death. I have died once. So this is the projection at Brittle Hollow. Somehow tells me, okay, so if I go to the observatory, it's going to give me an answer on how I can get through the currents, underwater currents here. So I suppose we can do that. Since I've been to Brittle Hollow, so getting some of the mystery solved here a little bit. Not completely, but a little bit. Try some things here before I go there, though. Oh, jeez. Oh, mother of pearl. Cannons can. Cannon parts can drop, but I still cannot. Theory is it has to do something with tornadoes. So maybe try to go to Brittle Hollow Observatory then. The sun. I want the sun. Brittle Hollow, no Timber Hearth. Bramble. There. Go Brittle Hollow. 17 kilometers away. We'll be there in a jiffy. We're heading there. Let's read this log. Ocean current discovery. The Nomai at the Southern Observatory constructed a model of giants deep that revealed how an object might sink below this strong ocean current. There are two paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface lead to the observatory. One starts at the Gravity Canyon, the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. We gotta get reacquainted with Brittle Hollow. Okay. So there's a lot to discover here, so we're going to discover this plan a little bit. Things are starting to make a little bit of sense, but I don't feel like I've, like, solved any riddles quite yet. Reread through some of this stuff. Hanging City, below 50 meters. Friends on Brittle Hollow, I just warped here from White Hole Station. Another set of Brittle Hollow's black hole. Our design worked. We've successfully recreated warp travel. This is wonderful news. I can't wait to see the warp tower, although it's been a long time since I've jumped through a black hole. I don't know how close it is to ANOVA's original design, but as long as what we built works, then I'm delighted. I knew we could do it. Saba, I hope you're reading this. This can't be correct. Flurry, have you seen those readings? If they were accurate, they would violate causality. Must be an equipment error somewhere. Returning to the White Hole Station. If you and Root meet me there, we can run a full diagnostic and hopefully locate the problem. Don't tell Kasaba. Stones have to say. stone goes there. Do I warp from here? Ah. Fly around a little bit. Yeah. It's gonna supernova soon, but that's okay. Gonna continue exploring this place. Gotta get to the observatory. That's gonna be our next mission here. Uh-oh. Hanging City. I think there's still more I need to explore there. What about the southern pole? So what is this? Oh, one of the escape pods. It is. Trying to find an observatory. Oh, read what's up here because I don't remember. Huh. Phantom Moon. Eyes of the Magic Spears. Light Spectrum. Read that before. Read that before. I want to try to at least locate the observatory on this mission. I don't know what time my girlfriend's going to be here, but I think this is one of our entrances. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fuel left, but it's going to supernova soon, so... Okay. Okay, so this one is... Call shuttle home. Activate gravity cannon. that shuttle. No, I blew it. I fucking blew it. Not too far away. Now it is, but the moon was gonna supernova anyway, so the sun was gonna supernova. I remember this shit too. I don't remember what's up with this other than I can transport back and forth or something. Oh shit, my fuel's gonna go. Meditate to the next loop. I don't know if I should count that as a death or not. It doesn't really matter, but probably technically a death. We'll count it. See how many like runs it takes me to figure out this game. That's only like the second time I've meditated. Okay, so a lot of stuff on Brittle Hollow we need to explore, so that's gonna be our... I'm gonna maybe explore it another few runs here. This must be the observatory. here. I did it. The ship down safely. Um, the ship went down, and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs, and it's like the ship never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts. Feldspar would barely have laughed at me, I bet. It's good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside this structure yet. The door is broken. I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there was one. Probably? Can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator to try to find a way down. Should run into whoever that is. I bet we can locate where they are with, oh yeah. That might be our next. I should just split it now. How's he below me still? Kill me. Okay. Campsites are locations of our fellows. Know which one this is though. Don't know what our alien race is called even. I should go back to the ship and fly. Fly, fool. Interesting. What do we have here? Black Hole Forge District. I Shrine District. Meltwater District. School District. Okay. If I drop down there, is that if I go up, maybe? That is Meltwater District, and if I go down, that's School District. Forge controls. Did something. The elevator up. We're in a school district. Oh shit, oh shit. Don't die from the ghost matter. Looks safe after that ghost matter. Let's go to, obviously in the school district. Let's try to go to, where did we get in Black Forge Holes? Maybe Meltwater or something. New Corruption says, are you winning? I would say no. I've just been losing. I'm learning. I'm somewhat learning. How are you? Doing alright? Nice. Have you played this game? This maze of a game? I no longer believe, as I did as a child on Ember Twin, that the eye of the universe, source of the signal, wishes to harm us, but it may not want to be found either. This is Solanum. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that, circumstance. I suspect imagining we are special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. Reread that. I suspect imagining we are special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. The eye might have called out to any sentient species. Or it might not have been calling out at all, and that my ancestor heard the eye's signal holds no great, deep meaning. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. The eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this. Many years ago. Played it many years ago. Was it enjoyable? Was it super confusing for you, like me? Get it figured out super quick. Can be, but the lore is interesting. Yeah. I find it to be an interesting game so far. Very puzzling, very challenging with puzzle aspects. Nomai bones. I think they're called Nomai instead of Nomai. I don't think it really matters. They're made up, so. Yeah, let's go to District. Two. District 2 is. Meltwater District. Oh, that's where my ship is. Okay. Let's refuel my ship here. Re-enter the ship. That lead where I think it leads? Ash Twin Projects requires a powerful, highly advanced warp core. How should we obtain it? Craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. Banning the vessel's warp core, its casing means losing valuable knowledge. It's true, however, its knowledge we have little hope of recovering. It would be best to relearn, I think. Okay, I would very much like to craft a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew and I could recreate the basic design. It's the safest path for our clan. Safest path is the safest path, the best one. Our goal is worth the risk. Is it though? We've tried for so long to find something that I and others now believe might be impossible to find. The search is for the eye. If the search for the eye is a futile one, we should choose the option with the least potential for harm. Says the greatest challenge here, I think, is we don't have design for such a powerful core, or any of the original crafters of the vessel's core. No, but Poke was apprenticed to Anona, who created the original design, and our Black Hole Forge is adept at crafting simpler cores. I believe I can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but Anona's explained many of its designs to me. Log updated. Should be another core hopefully around here somewhere. There it is. God. Let's go back down here. Solution 1. We could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Boom. My father said many good Nome perished there. My mentor, Coleus, and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Ember Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. So I ran into an anglerfish as well when I went to Dark Bramble, so I gotta go to Ember Twin and discover something apparently. I remember the anglerfish fossil. We used to play a fossil fish cave when in fossil fish cave when we were children. What's Melore and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live specimen. The vessel's warp core is broken at best. Recall those present. Vessel's warp core is broken at best. All those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injuries. There's no guarantee reward for this risk. Even if it no longer functions, the old core could be valuable blueprint provided we're able to transport it back to here. So their vessel was lost, but now I think it's on Dark Bramble. In order to go to Dark Bramble, we're going to have to go to Twin Ember and discover how to evade the anglerfish. Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature or extent of the damage. Yeah. So that's solution 1. Retrieve warp core from the vessel. And solution 2, craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. Log has been updated. We are discovering some revolutionary stuff here. What's up, Arcanias? Someone got a hair. That's me. It's me. I did it. Got to, we got Easter weekend. Figured I'd better get a fresh trim. No. Sigh. All smooth and savvy here. Feels strange trying to recreate Inova's warp core without him. At times, it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice. For the black hole forged to be my core and not his. Hypothesis. This will always feel strange. Even though my time with him was short, I miss my old mentor deeply. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this, probably. But what if excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities? Was I wrong in volunteering to build it? I was born in the star system and never saw Nona's warp core with my own 3 eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I've bitten off a larger portion than I can consume? Still, all I can give is my best. And as Anona would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have Clary and Root in the Forge, and I have my clan. I'm not alone. It's Poke. Trying to recreate the core. I am liking this game. I'm liking this game. It's a bit of a mystery, bit of a puzzle. The physics feel cool. Alright, going up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lead me to. Look at this. Point. That's the point. Found an exit. I wonder if you'd like blueprints. Imagine a puzzle roguelike. I might go search that game real quick. Blueprints. Oops, I put Prince as Prints. That's not it. Blueprints.
An empty blueprint represents a world of possibilities. A world of dreams and doorways.
Looks cool. $2025. Add it to the wish list. Add it to the wish list. Don't have the patience for it, but people raved about it. I've read all this before. I need to try to get to my shuttle. Ship, 123 meters. The Oh god. Oh Lord. Let's try to figure out this White Hole Station again. But that sound tells me that it's gonna supernova here soon. Oh, come on. I've done this before, I just don't remember it that well. Every warp tower is tuned on a specific astral body. Tower's work can only be used during the brief window when the tower is aligned with its corresponding astral body. In this case, Brittle Hollow. Scan on warp platform on the floor to slide to be warped. Okay. You look up while the station is rotating, you can see the alignment happening with the astral bodies directly overhead. Ourselves a supernova that exploded. I heard it. Ah! Ah! All right, let's go to the ship and see what that says. Let's see. Do I have time for another one of these? I mean, it only takes 22 minutes to beat the game. And okay. Main city. Nomai City suspended beneath Brittle Hollow's northern glacier. The city is divided vertically into 4 districts. Yes. Found a switch on the Meltwater district that raises and lowers the Black Hole Forge. Nomai debated on how to obtain the powerful, highly advanced warp core required for the Ash Twin project. There's more to explore in the Hanging City. Okay. Figure out how to get there again. Anglerfish fossil. The Nomai learned how to evade anglerfish, theoretically at least, by studying an anglerfish fossil they found in Ember Twin. Vessel. Nomai warped to this solar system in a spaceship called the Vessel. They were attempting to follow a signal from the eye of the universe. The vessel's warp core broke when the ship crashed in Dark Bramble. Settlement. Nomai constructed a temporary settlement beneath their crash escape pod. The Nomai worked together to recall an eye-shaped signal they encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal was somehow older than the universe itself. Nomai decided to call it Eye of the Universe. The Nomai abandoned the settlement over growing concerns to its stability. More to explore there. Mural Panel 2. Mural of Dark Bramble ensnaring the Nomai vessel. Nomai vessel. I'm gonna call it Nomai instead of Nomai. On 2. On 3 Nomai. 19 loops. That's right. That's right. Each one feels just completely fresh. That's how you know it's good. All 3 escape pods were launched from something called the Vessel, which was badly damaged. There's more to explore here. Escape pod 2? That one's that. Sunless City. Why survivors have crashed on Ember... Oh, this is a part of Ember Twin. Not that yet. Shelter in the caves beneath their crashed escape pod. I found the trail marker for the Sunless City, but the path is blocked. Interesting. Alright. We're figuring out more and more about these planets, at least. Where do we want to go? Earth. That's where we're at. Find Raybok. It's one of ours. Something Nomai were doing at the South Pole. Expect a plot synopsis when you're done. I gave one when I started Raven's Watch yesterday. And some guy who's played this game, he said that was a good recap. Okay, there's a lot to do on Brittle Hollow, so I'm gonna go there. Go to Northern Glacier. Let's go to Old Settlement. But pretty much, there's this ancient advanced civilization that's disappeared called the Nomai. And well, I don't even know what our race of aliens is called. But we are space explorers. We're trying to discover the mysteries of this universe. Oops. Go. What is this? Is that the Quantum Moon? It was. So, yeah, pretty much Mass Effect, yeah. We're just replaying Mass Effect. But there's only the 2 races. 2 alien races that we know of. And then some anglerfish monsters. Trees are moving. Trees in this grove wander about freely. The entire plant, roots and all. This is not normal, even for this alien planet. And I never see them move. Is that even possible? Is Plume talking here? These Anome. Nome are the ones who create these little hieroglyphic things. So we're learning about their species from these. It says, if anyone else witnesses this disturbing behavior, I implore you, record your observations here. Here these trees are apparent, or my brain must be. Actually, Plume is right. The trees do move. I confess I didn't notice until I read his notes. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees. There is other matter in this area, such as that unusual shard of rock moving in the same eerie way. That rock is unusual for another reason too. It says it possesses color and texture I've never seen elsewhere on this planet. Hypothesis: this rock shard's presence is significant. We should study it. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move about this area? The rock. Beneath your feet lies the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are preparing to make your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, descend the steps to the entrance below. The knowledge held within will help you on your journey. Tell me twice. On the other side. Entrance to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Southern Observatory. Tower. Whoa, 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 whoa! The non-violent, no-sex, G-rated version. Yeah. Yeah, family-friendly. Crossroads. Christine? How's that lead to? I'm gonna go explore here in a second. Some of this stuff first. Welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are making your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, ascend these stairs and obtain the last of the knowledge you need for your journey. Stairs. These stairs? Can't get up there. To like have more of that stuff there. Figured out. Boy's gonna be down there, I bet. Ryback or something like that. Ryback. chat with him. See if he also has memories too. Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you. Well, I guess that means I've been out here a while, huh? Well, it's Brutal Hollow. You probably knew that. A lot of history here. It's great. What are you doing here? I'm here to see the Hanging City. It's always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes, ever since I was a hatchling. Alien race lived in the solar system long before our species even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only, you've probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously. I'm more surprised than anybody that I'm out here. Do you want to know how I even got this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal. It's dumb luck I landed somewhere my little scout says is halfway stable, instead of being sucked into what's below. Engaging the stability of the ground around me using my little scout. It seems to be the place with the best surface integrity. So I'm just going to stay here until I'm ready to move on. That's enough about me and my problems. You didn't come all this way to listen to me blather. Did you? That'd be... yeah. I learned something. Oh, cool. What is it? Found a Nome escape pod on Brutal Hollow. Wow, so then the Nome probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system. They must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pod. What kind of trouble? Where did the escape pod launch from? I'm so curious. This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about how and why the Nome arrived here. It's all the old settlement. Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe the settlement is still standing. There it is. Really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timberhearth. You know, somewhere that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff. It's called the Hanging City on Brittle Hollow. You visited the Hanging City? Oh gosh, how was it? Was it amazing? Was it beautiful? Was it scary? The Hanging City is where the Nome settled permanently on Brittle Hollow. It was their most advanced settlement here. Why they choose to build their most advanced settlement so close to, what is, to a you-know-what is beyond me. Maybe that kind of thing makes sense to Nome, though. Maybe they needed the black hole or something. Ask where I should explore. Oh, wow. Where shouldn't you explore here? That's a black hole, actually. That's very known. Which is unfortunate, because the most exciting stuff is all below the crust, including the Hanging City. That's just to the north. You can kind of see it from here. There's also this big dome on the South Pole called the Southern Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface. Trust me, I tried. But if it's like the rest of the Nome structures here, there's probably a path to it beneath the crust somewhere. Good luck with exploring. If you learn anything about the Nome, I'd love to hear it. It's not too much trouble. Me? I'm an archaeologist, remember? Or, the archaeologist, I guess. Seeing as I'm all Timberhearth's got right now. Brittle Hollow is rich with Nome history. That's why I'm here. This planet is an absolute treasure trove of culture, history, and science. If you have any questions about the Brittle Hollow Nome, I'm your Hearthen. Or, have some knowledge of them, I mean. So, maybe I can help? Alright. Found Rybok. Oh yeah, pick up all traveler instruments simultaneously. Got a trophy for that. Let's go. Alright, where do I go now? Oh, I got gravity crystals. Okay. What's that? Hanging City. North 250 meters. It's a good place though. Like we do a bunch of different places. Well, that was deeply unpleasant. It made it this far, though. Guess that's the part to focus on. How I'll eventually have to get back up that path. Wow, this place is sure something. Looks like the Hanging City is north from here. East is Gravity King. Definitely want to see that. Another thing, I'm detecting oxygen from somewhere below, which is good, since I used up a lot of my supply screaming during the trip down from the surface. As soon as I stop dry heaving, I'm going to head further down below so I can refill my tank. Easy. What? No way. Know exactly where I'm at. Not exactly, but kind of where I'm at, so. Interesting. Fireplace in there where I can eat mushrooms. Not mushrooms, marshmallows. Okay, that's good to know that there's this path, though. I don't know where I want to go. This was the Hanging City, I think. Okay. Okay, perfect. What's that? Just landed on it. I didn't. Oh god. Oh god. quantum knowledge again. Go review some stuff on the ship real quick. Rebecca has set up camp at the bottom of the crossroads. Their excitement at being surrounded by so much Nome history is matched only by their terror of the black hole. Rybeck is Timberhurst's only archaeologist. They overcame their fear of space to explore Brittle Hollow's treasure trove of Nome culture. Southern Observatory. There are only two paths beneath Brittle Hollow's surface that lead to the observatory. One starts at the Gravity Cannon, the other starts at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Rybeck says you can't get in the observatory from the surface. They tried. There's probably a path to it beneath the crust somewhere. There's a door to the observatory on the surface, but it's broken. Of course there is. Patch says, Plume, Felix, and I have determined this atypical shard of rock is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. Note, a unique signal is coming from the shard. Curiously, our friend, the Wandering Moon, sounds the same. I've also heard some signal from the shard produces calling out from Giants Deep, Timberhurst, and the Hourglass twins. Suppose there are other shards like this one. The only other object which deserves displaying this quantum behavior is the Wandering Moon. I imagine the moon's behavior and its groves are related. Her note from earlier, Felix mentions this strange type of rock isn't found elsewhere on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? Hypothesis: this quantum shard is from the Wandering Quantum Moon. Perhaps it is even a small piece of the moon itself. I should be able to find the quantum moon with there. Maybe. Below the surface here. Find it. Let's try to go to the cannon room. Go up any further? Oh shit. What? That's bullshit. Fuel. Damn it. I mean, I reviewed the records you sent. Okay. Here to show Nome are arriving at the warp receiver at Brittle Hollow slightly before departing from Whitehall Station. I understand it's exceedingly odd, but Clary and I have tested and retested the equipment, and the results are the same every time someone warps. The interval is so incredibly minuscule, roughly 100,000 of a second. Do you suppose the old instruments can't accurately measure time to such a small degree? What are you told Raimi these measurements can't be accurate? How can Nome arrive on Brittle Hollow before he or she ever steps into the teleporter? The implications are absurd. Okay, as Pi is confident it's inaccurate, she's kindly helping me attempt to recreate this phenomenon. The High Energy Lab, we're designing an experiment to take more data. Okay, the High Energy Lab is at the Canaan's Immer Twins Equator. Come here at once. You need to see this. When me and I have inadvertently broken several fundamental theories regarding this universe, we'd have to reconsider all our beliefs about the nature of time. I hope so too. A projection at the Ember Twins project. What that thing is. Cannon of some sort. I forget what the Ember Twins is all about, so I think I read all this stuff and saw this before, but now it's like starting to make sense, so yay. Where is my ship? Shit. Shit. It said there was like a hull breach or something like that. All that means. Oh boy. What is going on? Use your suit's oxygen in an ill-advised manner. Cloudy and rainy out. Alright, I'm probably gonna go review my ship and quit for the evening. Some stuff done before my girlfriend gets here tonight. Probably be here in the next hour or so, so I can clean up my apartment a little bit. Pretend I'm not a complete slob, just half a slob. Okay, with the quantum shard, we have several quantum signals. Strange rock shard that wanders when no one is watching. No might determine the shard is the reason objects in this grove behave in a quantum manner. No may hypothesize that the shard is actually a piece of the quantum moon. The shard emits the same signal as the quantum moon. I detected a quantum signal coming somewhere on Giant's Deep, somewhere on Timberhearth, somewhere in Hourglass Twins. Very close. Go explore the one here. Oh, okay. I've seen this one before. Museum shard, yes. So does that update my thing on the Timber Hearth? Quantum Shard? Probably not. Where's that one? Damn it. Alright, we're gonna quit for now. Some stuff done before girlfriend gets here this evening. I should be back on probably on Sunday, so we'll see what we get into this weekend. She might stay night Sunday, we'll see. So we'll be back on Sunday or Monday. One of those two. I gotta work on Monday, but I think she has Monday off, so. Until then, see y'all later. See you at Arcanias. We had Nick Corruption in here, and Lucas on YouTube was in here, so thanks for hanging out.